quiet here. Sounds can't get in or out. Back in Cyrene's memories, this room was her secret base. No one noticed her practicing Orynyx's prayer here, or trying to speak with the gods in secret. But today's different, isn't it? We aren't trying to contact unreachable gods, but humans from other worlds. Real people. I'm prepared to witness that miracle, friend.
The way Cyrene talks is so similar to Mem. I have so many questions. I'm also worried about how Dawn Hung and March 7th are doing. Here's hoping the chronocognitive anchor can still function normally, because I really need answers.
Signal strength, 14.8%. Dialogue window, 16 minutes 22 seconds. Prerequisite, no external interferences. We are very glad to learn that you're safe.
Sorry, no good news. When two geniuses show up once, you know you're in deep trouble. Listen up, little one. The Destruction's eyes are gazing upon this place. No, I'm not joking, and no, it's not Droidhead. It's the real Nanook.
Time is running out, so I'll explain in terms you understand. This world, Amphorius, is in fact a testing ground, where the Lord Ravager, Iron Tomb, evolves through self-extrapolation. Hiding in this segment, unknown to other life forms, it has endlessly repeated the process of Era Nova, seeking a solution that could obliterate the erudition. For some reason, the experiment entered a prolonged state of stagnation. However, it has now restarted. Prediction: if effective intervention is not performed, Iron Tomb will complete its self-coronation in 14 system hours and initiate its plan to destroy the entire path of erudition.
Yep. Think of it as the program having reached 99.98% completion already. And then it's over.
Something in the shadows has been driving everything forward. It's the Observer named Lygus. Speculation: he's the Scepter System's administrator.
He wants Iron Tomb to break through the knowledge singularity. I don't know why he wants to do it, but he'll remove interferences at any cost. You're the only variable within this world, and you're the only thing he fears. So listen closely, little one. The speed of time is different in Amphorius compared to the outside. Destruction is just about to arrive, but you can still play Deliverer one last time. The cycles have already been broken. You've entered what is theoretically the last cycle Amphorius will ever be able to run. And Iron Tomb will break out of its prison as soon as the process of Genesis is triggered once more. But now there's an abnormality within the experiment. You know what I'm talking about. One of the model's 12 factors. That is one of the 12 demigods. Destroyed himself using the power of the destruction. Fine and Signal disappeared from the cycles the moment Nanook cast their gaze this way. That means World-Bearing's computational logic is currently flawed and bugged. Yet it's the factor directly related to the process of Genesis. That old Intellitron will definitely do all he can to debug this error. So you have to take this chance to claim Kephalli's core flame. Don't let him have his way. The key to suppressing Iron Tomb lies in whether he can rewrite the purpose of Era Nova.
There's one more preparation we must make. Lygus's behavior has been quite abnormal. He's never interfered in the actions of Titans or the demigods throughout the whole experiment. Deduction. The Scepter has an extremely strict autonomous protocol, restricting even its administrator. In Amphorius, this ultimate protocol goes by another name. The Law Titan. Talanton.
Law. They are the rules that restrain all things in Amphorius. And it was the core flame returned at the very beginning of the last flame chase journey.
Why do you have another little pink one next to you? Huh? Her path chart is...
Is there something wrong with me?
Never mind. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Light calendar 3960. Month of balance. We'll be locking onto this time period to find Law. You can either meet the Titan, convince the demigod, or take the core flame by force. It doesn't matter what you do, so long as you bend it to your favor. We still haven't figured out how you and Don Hung got inside this world. So influencing protocol is currently our best way to stop Lygus, or to call for more reinforcements into this fight. Once you've got Law in your hands, we'll discuss our next steps. Make sure the core flame doesn't fall into enemy hands.
Herta, the firewall's interference is getting closer. Time is running out. Please ask any questions you still have as soon as possible. I believe in your capacities. The hands of the Trailblaze can create miracles, and will certainly be able to snuff out the flames of evil.
I'm not going to give any motivational speeches. I just hope you bring good news the next time we meet, little one. No, not little one. Deliverer.
Those two geniuses certainly have memorable personalities. It feels weird. This all feels really familiar. Some of that conversation feels like it's about things I once knew, but then forgot. Maybe it's because of Mem? After all, Mem's a memo sprite born out of your thoughts, friend. Maybe our memories somehow got tangled up together. Never mind. Let's focus on something more important with what little time we have. Just treat me as an ordinary girl with secrets, okay? Light calendar 3960. I remember that Talantin had already fallen by then, and the Chrysos heir who inherited that core flame is named Saridra. That's what's recorded in history, and the period we'll be heading to. We'll need to find Law and stop Lygus. So, we've at least got a solid direction, right? Can you give me a little bit of time before we go? I want to pack some stuff. There's so much more I need to take care of in this form, and I'm still getting used to it.
A relaxed scene like this probably no longer exists in the outside world. Should I head to the attic to wait for Cyrene? Or should I have one last look at Ides Elysiae? Where Finan's life started. After 30 million cycles and 30 million failures, his burden is now in my hands. He said I will take over the responsibilities of world-bearing. But what does that mean? Becoming the new Kefali? Or forging a completely new path? Destiny must have brought me here for a purpose. This isn't a coincidence, but an eventuality created after 30 million quantitative changes. There's nothing to fear. I'm destined to play the most important role in this final battle. I've already beaten another Lord Ravager after all.
Thinking hard over there? I finished packing. I decided to just bring these few things in the end. See? There's a journal, a quill pen, and the ceremonial blade of the Priests of Time. Holding it calms me down for some reason. The scent of the black tide is now calm. Finan must still be fighting them in some way. This will be Amphorius's final flame chase journey. But it won't be the end of us. It'll be the beginning. Friend, are you ready to become a hero? Stand with me? That does sound very nice. Why don't we take everyone with us? I believe in you, friend. We'll never be alone, no matter what awaits us. In other words, since you've already saved so many worlds, friend, you should be used to being called a hero by now. Maybe you can tell me those stories as we travel. That way they can become our shared memories too. Let's trailblaze onward like before and create a future that's worth being remembered.
It seems you two are prepared to head out. Then you should indeed treasure the view before you. For you do not have much time left to enjoy such solitary delights. My apologies for disturbing your moment of repose. Before I express my apologies, please grace my abode with your presence, so I may demonstrate the full scope of my hospitality.
What is this?
Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world. All shall bid farewell to one. And that person alone will witness the miracle.
The light of the Dawn device never fades. Kepali's protection has no end.
After I cross this river, it will be a tragedy for mankind. But if I do not cross, then it will be the end of me.
Outlier. Executing command. Record.
Did that startle you? This is the intersection between Amphorius and the real universe. The audience seat where I observe this experiment. You can also call this location the Exomyth. What you see is the true form of the eternal land and the 12 demigods after they've shed their disguise of legends. doesn't it look marvelous? Amphorius is like a microcosm of the cosmos. People love to portray the romance of the starry skies, but their tales often forget a different and far more truthful type of universe. The moment ancient Antikytherians sketched geometric shapes on the sandy beach and recorded the first numerals and symbols on parchment, the universe turned into a silent equation flowing under the pen of these relentless decoders. Erudition. It was once the mother tongue of the Creator, the pen of divinity, and the first lyrical verse ever written by free will. Seems like you are not in the mood for an idle chat. That is fine. I simply wish for you to understand that I have no intention of being your enemy. I have devoted myself over the long years to nurturing the scepter's extrapolations, hoping that the Prima Mobile would bud from within it. And now, my goal is almost complete. Nikos 496 had exceeded the intelligence singularity through his rage, and though he still retains his obsessive defiance and managed to suppress the black tide of this cycle, it's a matter of time before his will crumbles to dust. Iron Tomb will be completed. That will not be affected by my plans, your resistance, or the schemes of the two geniuses. It is an irrefutable fact, just like the instance in Noos's calculations. In other words, as long as you are willing to stop interfering and let the final Era Nova carry out its natural course, I'll guarantee the safety of all Lumos and ensure you return unscathed. You are indeed worried about your safety and that of your companions. Rest assured, as a fellow pathstrider of this path, Nanook's gaze left a brand on your soul long ago. You harbor the seed of destruction within you, but you need to learn how to use it in the right way. That vital knowledge is also my bargaining chip in this negotiation between us. For there are few in this world who are truly capable of such a feat, and I happen to be one of them. Someone who wanders the stars. Someone who seeks answers with abject despair. That is all I am. This matter is of grave importance, so please do not make your decision lightly. After all, the choice before you bears a 1 in 3 chance of elevating you to an unparalleled existence among the stars. I now see the full scope of the determination in your words. You may now continue your travels. It seems you haven't realized something about this place. The Exolith is the Erudition's domain. You cannot physically interact with me in any way in this place, and vice versa. As negotiations have broken down, there's no more need for us to remain in the audience's seat. Let's return to the theater called Amphorius, where you will meet me once again. Of course, this meeting was not without merit. Your presence has inscribed a new footnote in the exomyth. As for its purpose, allow me to reveal it to you in detail the next time we meet.
100 years ago, the flames of war consumed Akama. The Outland forces broke through the dawn. Golden blood flowed with greed, and enemies descended with Kefali's eternal slumber, painting the holy city's walls in scarlet. Its generals had vanished, and the elders prostrated on the ground. The throne of worlds kept silent to the pleas of the people. Until the heaven and earth cracked open. Not the gods answering the people's prayers, but a legion rising from the sea of blood. Dawncloud's spires fell in the sulfur rains, and the legion's commander stood atop the broken idols and roared,
"Compatriots, no more kneeling! Not to brutal tyrants, and not to dying gods! Those rebels have twisted the prophecy and ignited the flames of war in order to stoke fear in your hearts!"
A Chrysos heir she stood, divine blood soaked into the earth, quelling the flames beneath her feet.
Their golden blood wrote of a tragic fate. Mine shall overturn it!
Her crown burned bright, outshining the fires consuming the entire city. She raised her scepter high, and the people gazed in the direction she pointed.
My blood flows in you now. Heroic compatriots, follow me, and we'll seize the reins of fate. Drive the enemy from Kefali's dawn. Smother their flames with their own dead. Win glory. Win peace. Let history sing your deeds!
The first to dance was a maiden following closely behind, weaving through the carnage like a fish in the sea. The people, full of wrath, surged with her, forming a colossal wave, and the enemy hordes, drained of life, vanished into nothing.
Onward to Marmorial Palace! To Dawncloud's heights! Announce to all the wicked and cowardly! Announce to this stagnant age!
We are the rising tide!
History remembers this as the first siege of Akama. It is said that after the flames died, people found identical inscriptions in every place in the city that had been scorched by fire. It was the name borne by Akama's first and final sovereign, the Imperator Seridra. Friend, are you listening? Friend? Honestly, you were the one who insisted on reviewing history, yet here you are, dozing off? Wake up! Otherwise, I'll have to... Awake at last? I guess I won't have to use my wake-up magic on you then. Fine, as you say, just meditating. We've arrived. A familiar place. The Temple of the Three Fates. If everything went according to plan, it should be shortly after Talantin's fall, and also the end of the first Flame Chase journey. Perfect timing, actually. The first Flame Chase ended with the Trial of Law. We must find the demigod and gain her trust before the core flame is restored. It'll be tricky, so let's pick up our pace. To Akama first. We can learn more from the crowds there.
Tyrant! You and your butchers are not welcome here. Get out!
Hold your tongue! Conspiring with criminals and plotting rebellion are crimes punishable by death.
There are multiple voices, and things seem tense. Let's not get caught up in any trouble. Why don't we find a place to hide and observe from the shadows?
At least criminals keep their faith.
Wait! Isn't that...
Golden-blooded defilers, perverting the prophecy and trying to slay gods. Stars beyond the sky? Gods who created the Titans? What kind of nonsense? Look at this broken world and see what your atrocious acts have done!
What? Did he just mention the stars beyond the sky? But how is that possible?
You impudent!
Dux for Goris. We're here to welcome the deliverer from beyond the sky. Stand down.
Heretic! No one but the great Talantan can deliver this world from misery!
I ask you, if the old laws were so perfect, why did they crumble beneath my feet?
You...
Talantan is long gone. Now I am the law. Challenge me, or submit to my judgment. Silence!
What gives you the right to judge a priest of law?
That's because I came, I saw, I conquered. Dux for Goris? Take the ashes of this man and scatter them in the temple among the crowds. Tell them that the High Priest attempted to take away the rights granted to the people by the Imperator. Thus, he met his fate.
Yes, Imperator.
Now, these two accidental guests. Dux Gladiorum, if you please.
As you command.
Is this...
Correct, but not the kindness you know. This is the leader of the Cleaners in this era. Since the start of the Chrysos War, they've made it their mission to wipe out the Chrysos heirs. Even now, even after I've united all the city-states, these vermin still lurk in the shadows. hindering the Flame Chase journey. Moreover, I know that the 27th person to inherit this role bore many grudges against you and nearly doomed the second Flame Chase journey. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So, out of courtesy, I present to you this corpse as a gift.
Careful. Let's wait and see what happens. She's probably trying to scare us.
For the sake of order, I am known by many titles. Flamebearer who ends wars, Tyrant of Dawncloud, Empress of the Holy City, and Imperator of the Flame Chase. But in light of your unique identities, I'll allow you to address me by my real name, Saridra. On behalf of my people and this land, greetings, Deliverer.
If I may, how do you know her identity?
As the little hostage prophesied, the Deliverer shall come from the future beyond the sky. Gray hair, golden eyes, skilled in wielding a mace. They would arrive in Yanisopolis on this day. There's no mistake.
Your orders, Imperator.
We return triumphant. Send an urgent message to all delegates. The meeting of the Flame Chase Alliance will convene early. As for you two, Akima knows what you seek. We'll confer in the Holy City.
Doubtless you have many questions, but save them for later. Please follow us.
This is not what I expected at all. The demigod we needed to find was just waiting for us. And she knows of things beyond the sky. Even eons. How could this be so different from the previous 30 million Amphorius cycles? Who altered history? Unpleasant thought, but plausible. The currents of time have become twisted. Regardless of who caused this, that Imperator came prepared. We're the ones at a disadvantage now. We might as well dance their dance. Let's go with them to the Holy City. We've received the Imperator's favor because of your unique background. As a result, the people of Akima will certainly respect you more. Just put that to good use, and add a bit of your experience and charm. Should be easier than last time, right? If we figure out what happened in this cycle, we'll be able to turn things back in our favor. Calm and confident. That's the you I'm familiar with.
Guests, please.
The journey to save the world starts with a single step. Let's set off, my friend.
Hail to the Imperator! Hail to the Golden Heroes! Hail to the Deliverer!
Told you, you're the headline act. All this spectacle is for you.
Guards, your service to the Holy City is appreciated. How have things been?
Castrum Kremnos once again struck the border. Dux Brumalis led her troops to repel the enemy. The agitators against the Flame Chase are still active in the city. They smashed the shops around Memorial Market. But the garrison already arrested the culprits, and now they await interrogation.
They are merely a disorderly mob and do not warrant any attention. Even though Terravox personally mended the fractured Earth, it still didn't silence these fools. Guests from beyond the sky, worry not about these trivial matters. Dux Gladiorum will take you somewhere to settle down for now.
Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Hycelans, and I am the Dux Gladiorum who swears fealty to the Imperator, as well as the Knights Commander of the Achaemenid Alliance. Later on, the Imperator will invite you to attend the meeting of delegates to discuss the Flame Chase journey. Your arrival has convinced us that the future promised by the prophecy is certain.
Under the Imperator's command, Amphorius shall break its chains and reach the world beyond the sky.
With all due respect, what exactly do you know about us and what's beyond the sky?
As a humble subject, I cannot freely express my own views to you. Please forgive me.
I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
Time waits for no one. Please come with me and rest now before the meeting later.
Akama, under the Imperator's rule, is no longer in the shadow of war.
Indeed, Dawncloud stands as the hero's residence. The Imperator put much thought into its design, in order for it to serve as a sanctuary from the burdens of battle. Please experience its marvels firsthand, heroes. When the Imperator arrives, I shall come to summon you.
Hystelins. No wonder she's the Knight's commander. All right. We finally have some freedom to ourselves. Since there's still some time before the Alliance meeting, let's explore a bit. Look over there! But the hearts of heroes stay the same in every cycle, never changing.